We're looking at thankfulness, putting things in perspective for us. What does that mean? We're looking at thankfulness and how thankfulness puts things, or helps us to put things in perspective. There's a portion of scripture that comes to my mind is in Acts chapter 16, I think from verse 16 to 40. It tells us the story of Apostle Paul and Silas. They had been thrown in jail because they were preaching the gospel. And, jail in those days wasn't exactly very pleasant. It was dark, it was dingy. They were all, chained up. And things were looking really grim. But in that portion of scripture, they began to do something. There was something that came into the picture. What came into the picture was a thankfulness. And in that story, Paul and Silas, chained up in prison and all that at that time, began to give thanks to God. And what that did was that it put things in perspective for them. So they were able to endure prison. They were able to endure things that were not going according to plan. And how did that happen? Well, I guess when they started to give thanks to God, it reminded them to say, look, yes, we're in prison, but there are other things that we're going to enjoy. We've preached the gospel. We've had a great time. We know God. And it helped them to highlight the things, past things that had been really good, the past successes that they've had. And that really helped them to put things in perspective. And they were able to go on from there and live life even more joyfully. So what am I saying? When we're thankful, it helps us to put things in perspective.